the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
For ebu baby said the Yankopon, a shirano, nipa dasani, into me no mene de biarada. Who God has blessed, no man can ever curse. We echo edema, the learned Attorney General Godfrey Yabuadami. Over the weekend, when the International Criminal Court, according to him, was saved Ghana $400,000 as in judgment debt filed by company Yefre Omo Nsem-Pii Company Limited. Yacha say the learned Attorney General or Yene Juma gidi. A year ago for Yabuadami na ene. The lives of Nsem-Pii, Eduzita Makulu, Abraham Amaleba, Wakamanwa Tumwa, and they no longer debate on the Jakpa and Ato forcing case. And Omunina turn our attention to Senate saga back in Okujeto Blakwa because Wakamanwa Tum preoccupy. Now we want to the International Criminal Court, Court 3, in charge of International Chamber of Commerce and Arbitration. Oma dismissing an international arbitration instituted by Nsem-Pii Company Limited against the government of Ghana. Omo file a case May 17th, 2023. No more claim damages of some $400,000. Apart from that, company Nisa claim say accrued interest at the current Bank of Ghana forex rate, ebesan the 3% account $400,000 in home, starting from February 2009 till now. To what yes, our calculation of 3% of $400,000 starting from February 2009 to data says can bro the $400,000. And this is the total summer. And Nsem-Pii Company Limited na omope edia free o my Ghana ho. Na ohwe case nemu ya, the international arbitration was instituted at the backdrop of an alleged breach of contract na related to the rehabilitation of the Ohinijan Sports Stadium in Accra for the hosting of Ghana's 2008 African Cup of Nations. Entinya na semo some of the International Criminal Court say ye nima womo na womo Ghana katwitwe die ni say omo wo ni a contract to rehabilitate Ohinijan Sports Stadium sa kanene e frɛ no Accra Sports Stadium na eboama Ghana ya host to the 2008 African Cup of Nations. Now rehabilitation works according to Nsem-Pii na my stadium na baba 40,000 seating capacity with ultra modern facilities in the stadium. Now in 2006, government of Ghana will do those contracts. And apart from Nsem-Pii, Consa Ghana Limited and so nya contract ni bi ya no mo na rehabilitation works will Kumasi Sports Stadium. And afei Waterville and Isophoton Holdings. I'm saying Dean Ringibe. You are the S-While NDC administration to Yesika Pudu de Mawomo as judgment debt. Ya no could you talk black with Dimut into mine. Yene or Yan holier than thou, member of parliament. And today, Waterville, Isophoton, Nsem-Pii, Consa Ghana Limited. Now, rehabilitation works nenya Ohinijan nko say dem sha ceramical na Airworks Sports Stadium eka ho Babayara Sports Stadium that time Kumasi Sports Stadium in Kumasi na nyina ka ho. Now under the agreement the claimant ye Nsem-Pii na omo ye local subcontractor na the main contractor Consa Limited for the rehabilitation of Ohinijan. Now on the 1st of August 2007, after the contract has been awarded in 2006, and the government of Ghana terminated the contract with the contractor on the basis say omodo omon krata ebegu Ghana bayanim na Ghana ban ede san krata ni nyina forward ede ma Ghana mrase bedwa Ghana mrase bedwa hwe omo contract omo krata mu no mu se debi omunye well equipped to carry out the rehabilitation works. Ewo do hini Jan Sports Stadium. Enti Ghana buying intra contract. Because according to the government of Ghana, na omo ekra stipulated conditions with which these contractors must meet and sana omo nya kwan execute those contracts. Until after Nsem-Pii for submit omo documents no cabinet ahwem no hu say they don't meet that criteria. I don't think the contract was terminated on the 1st of August 2007. Now, the value of work undertaken by the contractor was duly certified, and the government of Ghana subsequently paid for all the work certified as has been discharged. Until omo contractors are certified omo dwuma de Ghana ban etua omo nyina aka. But omo ntumi meet requirement terminate omo contract ne de terminate omo contract based on the agreement between the government of Ghana and these companies. Until now, bad blood bia any determination. And our motna from 2007 2023 and we dimirika sesa omo krata e de call the International Criminal Court Arbitration Center. Say arbitration proceedings should be instituted in respect of claims by Omo Michelletti. Say they are part of the contract allegedly was not honored by the government of Ghana. And you know, yenye $400,000 ma womo yewia. Yen san calculated 3% accrued interest our Bank of Ghana rate from 2009 up to date. The area argumenter, the learned Attorney General, Godfrey Yabadame Edebabwate. Now, the learned Attorney General, representing the government of Ghana, denied liability for any indebtedness and raised a preliminary legal objection in accordance with Article 5, Clause 1 of the International Criminal Court Rules of Arbitration. Assistant State Attorney Annie Marie Ayandru and the Attorney General Godfrey Yabua Dame contended that the claimant had not exhausted the dispute resolution mechanisms procedure applicable under the FIDEC General Conditions of Contract, which required the parties to submit any dispute arising to a dispute adjudication board at first instance, and therefore the tribunal had no jurisdiction to determine the claim by Michelletti. The argument at the Kaya Office of the Attorney General Erezi Yene said, 1. O my Ghana Yenu Biaka. Now, here Article 5 plus 1 of International Criminal Court or Mankasa Rules of Arbitration. Ye fiti prekope emfa contract wonsem emfa makot ye won hyehyeye the dikan say wo dikan e de ye wo dispute resolution mechanism procedure ya eno no kire say wo be dikan de asem na kwa koma the dispute adjudication board at the first instance na wo mo dikan hwehwem wie na se boro won so a ansa na o ma forward e de accord the ICC tribunal kasa e mo di asem. But in this case Michelletti Company Limited page asem no a e no me de koma the ICC tribunal. And after argument number 2 Murezi said, even if the tribunal were to find that it had jurisdiction, the claimant's claim having been filed more than 14 years after the course of action arose was statute barred under Ghanaian law, which is the substantive law of the agreement. And argument number 2, Attorney General Rezi say, Empo se sa procedure na woso mfom no ma mfom na se tribunal no kura gitum se o tumi so obedi asem no a oba Ghana mramu a case ya edi aburu emfie du 9 ansana ye file case no for an action to arise no Ghana mra no ebra because at the ICC way back in 2007 2008 2009 na afa na wo file amayaka nwasem a etwom dadadada. Afe argument number 3 yeah, the office of the Attorney General assign every year and say the right of the claimant to initiate any dispute resolution mechanism for a matter bordering on breach of contract could only be enforced within a 6-year period after accrual of the course of action which occurred on May 19th, 2009. Into we are by calculation 6-year period no eba be what's a year 2015. But the day you 2024. Omo file matter no in 2023. Into naturally say what did to ho enye ye de biada. Into the tribunal agreed to bifurcation of issues which allowed a determination of the preliminary objection and the claim of the action being statute barred first. Now, Miss Letty for no argument, they say through omo lawyers also argue say omo krata e the ama respondent no the government of Ghana and proposed Game and Game to settle the dispute within 28 days. But the respondent failed to respond to the notice, hence waived its right to an amicable settlement. And almost this failure by the respondent, it said, gave the claimants the right to file an international arbitration. The claimant further relied on Section 25 of the Alternative Dispute Resolution Act 2010, Act 798 of Ghana, and argued that the respondent did not raise any concern on the dispute resolution mechanism in response to the claimant's letter of March 20th, 2023, and that the respondent acknowledged receipt of the letter. And also argues under Kenyan Arbitration Act, which was the seat of arbitration, the claimant's claim is not time barred. Now here way the decision of the tribunal. And the decision of the tribunal, the kind the issue raised by the Attorney General against its jurisdiction to hear the matter. The first ruling on the buyer say omu krasa to me no so omu betie the matter because the claimant had taken steps to notify the respondent of its intention to refer the dispute to a dispute adjudication board before commencing the arbitration proceedings. But such steps were ignored by the respondent. And until a proper say, claimant no edi asem na brɛ omo so otumi say ombedi asem. So they upheld some objection raised against the jurisdiction by the respondent. But secondly, the tribunal, however, agreed with the Attorney General of the government of Ghana that the action was statute barred under Ghanaian law, having been instituted way beyond 2014 and 2015. That is more than 6 years allowed by Ghana's Limitation Act. The tribunal therefore dismissed the claims by Micheletti entirely as being inadmissible. The tribunal is currently considering amount of cost to be awarded in favor of the government of Ghana represented by the Attorney General following the dismissal of the claim, and will soon decide and notify the government of Ghana as to the quantum of the amount of costs awarded to them. And the second ruling on tribunal and the by and said the Attorney General can say as somewhere see 2009 about contract and some any resolution of contract and some Ghana mrebu chire say enfiensi antem na wobetumi raise the cause of action eburu enfiensi a atwam. But didn't see 2009. According to the tribunal, from 2014 now to 2015, and an Micheletti for no wakwenya say, omo be raise any cause of action on the matter. Ba won tra ho no mo ama ne ya ye what 2024. Now what we are 2023 too, which is per calculation about 11 years. As a saying, Oba Baby Institute sorry, about 14 years down the line, and Sana what raise course of action. There be Ghana Mrano Kra Ebra and Nti Oma to case in Atogo. Apart from so Matogo, almost say transfer ye mu echa eka ye damages e dia ba mehletifo no amoma tua dia ma Ghana ban. Na no sa quantum of money a e was mehletifo no tua de ma Ghana ban as cost as a result of dismissal of the claim no. So omo transfer na omo eye nhihye wie ni yehunu sika no puduo no a obema Ghana ban aso ate. The way any inkunimdia the learned attorney general Godfrey Yabodame akudi ewo the International Criminal Court omaso ya in charge of arbitration against a company ye friend no Micheleti Company Limited. The way asset the tone for Nyankopon ya adoma ochina further cross examination ya bekoso ewo the Financial and Economic Crime Division of the Accra High Court. Emra Ghana Baye Betwaso across examine the third accused Richard Jakpa, led by Director for Public Prosecution ya the Attorney General Yvonne Atakuro Bisa. Now a recap of the last court meeting. And you may pepe ho na nika na ya rehosem na esan ya srese. They say principal witness ya onona dance ye so na court ugina edi atwitwaje the first accused Casey Lato Forsen and the third accused Richard Jakpa, your former finance minister said Tekpe. The third accused say, Papa no one can correct. Say you didn't ask me yourself. Or you nipa boni ni, or you the word evil, esan say, contract in coming in na wutia. Na wutia. Tia and someone third accused Richard Jakpa ko broso court tribunal. Ebion. Osama court nyanti as you say. No document forwarded to my Attorney General and Attorney General so they prosecute. By Attorney General filing the documents on the 16th of February 20 on all the charges 16th of February 2023 over 100 documents no file here. Richard Jakpa forward this document now on Okano Edema the Attorney General on the 18th of June 2023. Tina just say some no Okano so na eya tro. Ebi on sabe there they say out of the 68 WhatsApp messages ya ono Jakpa forwarded the command the Attorney General. Emi mienu pe and Attorney General respond to Jakpa. Emu mienu no mpo no Jakpa de no a woni ade aba court ya wo gina so e de abo Attorney General kwan do no ba kokura eni 68 nim. Ebi on sa kopie mo court. Mra Jakpa na kasa to na num to say or declare war on the Attorney General after say Attorney General afeli say obeboa no in the submission of no case. Edi nyina so no war na eche say Attorney General hye wono Jakpa bo say obeboa no in the submission of no case so a wantumi amfa nyina so bia amfa ama court and a host of other contradicting statements from the third accused Richard Jakpa. Enti konimdie ya Attorney General akodi ewo the International Criminal Court and setting a perfect tone for Nyakopon ya adomo chana. Further cross-examination ya bekoso ewo the Criminal, Financial and Economic Court 2 of the Accra High Court. Anybody actually the ebeto fombia Nsem-Pii TV ya de bebre.
The ebo adame. When we say wasan akwa ko win the case bi e de ama Ghana ewo International Criminal Court.
Yeah.
Na ehun efo ne dia be. Enti asem ba ko pe na na me bisa se omo e ka se Godfrey Dame enim dia agefo Ghana ti no kokko to awudin konim no. Apacho International Criminal Court judges nso so onimomo ana.
Na there will because we judges.
No NDC for say just one person much say or procure judgment. Ahanti unim judges need to occur. But your International Criminal Court judge for no Godfrey Dame onimomo ana. and the idea be omone Mashaleti for case amode Mashaleti for the call international criminal court no o akwa Ghana name e di asem ya bom asem na to atwene ama Ghana edi nkuni because Ghana lusu sa case na anke betua sika ene de ama wo
enti says kana omoka no enti said yen o man panyi call state of the nation address also kasa attorney general we aboa am yesivu some amount
10 trillion Ghana cedis
okay yankofo say won't be that
sika 10 trillion the other
enti we say case we say Ghana difo kebetua enti Ghana win just wa save Ghana say ye mo sa aka
ablante we dey say nyame ya gba ye toa no so
no wa ben
Dr. Ba so sa toa no so
yeah
we odame toa so
nti say era kanda pa so di mirika akobole sanse emebun ni asojafo bi edisi ani wo ho nti wako
ebuni so akoko
I think any wo mu a important so yen fanko
Nsem-Pii so da mo
de omo no fa mu sem ho nti asante yen fa graphic na efa graphic no emra ti abusia ye live on Facebook. So graphic ni or say government releases 47.13 million Ghana cedis for BEC 2024 BEC. Now gonna when an open na me kan wasam say
kwaku
aban obi releases kano aji se wotena sia me nkrofo kasa ni betwa BEC mu na fa hin kosi ha ansa na releases kano e ba sa na fe die